everybody.
Hey!
Thank you so much to everybody who watched our last video. We were overwhelmed with everybody's support and excitement for our channel. So
thank you, as my wife was saying, to all those who subscribed to our life and our style.
Gave us a thumbs up.
And my dog who's crawling around the floor sniffing the carpet. You'll meet him later. Thank you to all those that subscribed. Share us around. Let everybody know that we're kind of cool.
I think I'm more nerdy.
Do you?
Yeah. I think I'm awkward.
I'm more nerdy.
You're more nerdy. I'm more awkward.
Okay.
Together, we're really cool.
Together, we're awkward. And Blair is...
I am 10 weeks, 4 days pregnant.
Yeah! She's at that state... Well, I probably shouldn't say that. I was going to say where you think you're big.
Yes.
She's so tiny, she's showing early.
Yeah, I'm very petite and short. I have a short torso, and so the baby just has nowhere to go but out.
Next week is actually baby appointment number 2. So we're excited about that. We know and we believe, because we've been praying, that there's still going to be a strong heartbeat there. We've really sought God's guidance, and we've spent a ton of time praying. So we are so confident that this next doctor appointment is just going to be great.
Yeah. We're excited to hear the heartbeat again. And they're going to measure my belly, which will be really cool. I'm kind of nervous for that. I'm afraid they're going to be like, ooh, you put on some weight, honey.
Oh, you'll be fine. Why would they call you honey?
I don't know. I pictured like an older lady like, oh, honey. Oh, honey. Put on some weight, honey.
That's a very strange woman. Well, her belly's growing.
I'm really tired. So tired.
It's hard to get her to do anything.
Yeah, like I shower and I feel like I need a nap. And that's not even including if I have to wash my hair. Yeah. Forget about it. If I have to wash my hair, I'm done for the day. If you even
think about walking, aren't you tired?
Yes, it's exhausting. Growing a baby is exhausting.
Your nausea's not as bad as it was.
It's gone down a lot. It was mainly between week 7 and 9 for me.
Whoosh just bumped into the camera. He's looking at me like, Dad, I'm so sorry. Let me start my 3-part apology.
Nausea was predominantly between week 7 and 9 for me. My good friend Bonnie was super sweet and sent me C-bands.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Yes, and those have helped like tremendously, because those I can almost use like preventatively. If I know I'm going to be in the car for a long time, or if I eat a large meal, I just put the C-bands on, and that just really...
Those jokers help. But those jokers work.
It's awesome. So all you pregnant ladies in your first trimester, get you some.
So she's had a friend that sent her stuff. I had a lot of friends sending me, just kidding, my friends have sent me nothing.
Someone's a little upset.
It's hard being a pregnant husband.
What do you need sent to you?
Chocolate.
Yeah. I've had crazy dreams every night of this pregnancy. Really weird dreams.
And she has not had a lot of cravings.
My cravings have just, I think I've had a lot, but they just varied from day to day.
Yeah, so it hasn't been anything crazy. Just random cravings, nothing weird or obscure.
Only consistent craving has been cherry limeades from Sonic. I want one right now, actually. We should have done that before.
You can get one afterwards. It's fine.
That sounds so good. One of my biggest aversions, which if you know me, you know that I love pizza.
We almost went bankrupt whenever we first got married because she wanted pizza after pizza after pizza after pizza.
Like every night. I love pizza, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, supreme pizza, all of it. Not anymore. I can see a commercial for Domino's, Papa John's, nothing.
It does nothing for her.
And in fact, the last time I did order a pizza, granted, I ate like almost an entire large pizza by myself.
She fell asleep on the couch with the pizza box on her chest.
Yeah. I was really sick after that, like real nauseous. And I think that really sealed the deal for no more pizza.
But that's her pregnancy update. Things are still going great.
And we're like 2 weeks away from being in second trimester.
Apparently second trimester is easier.
Easier, yeah. Supposedly you have more energy. You feel a little more like yourself, which I already do. My emotions have balanced out a lot. At the beginning of pregnancy, I was like
Yeah, she was an emotional wreck. Like the smallest thing would send her into an open sob, or she would fight with me over things such as the ingredients to s'mores. We're comfortable enough in our relationship to admit that sometimes in a marriage it gets rocky, but love will always keep you together.
So my emotions have balanced out a lot, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'm still more emotional than normal, but it's not, I don't have the mood swings, I think, that I used to have.
Yeah, that's true. All the kids said ew whenever they saw that.
Ew,
Yeah.
kissing.
Shout out to AMF YouTube channel for giving me the idea to do this with my wife. You have no idea what that is.
No.
But shout out to AMF and also to Servando.
His students kind of gave us the idea.
Mm-hmm.
They saw a picture of us and said that we look like YouTubers.
Yeah, this is a true story. They saw a picture of us. The picture of us from our first doctor appointment for our baby. We'll just swipe that in. They saw that picture of us and they said, "You guys look like YouTubers." And so then I came home and told Blair that, and then that's why we decided to give this a shot. So aside from all that, another thing that happened this week was this past Monday was actually the due date for Odette, our baby that we miscarried.
That was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Leading up to it, like I knew it was coming and I kind of just pushed it to the back of my thoughts. And Monday was a lot harder than I think I expected, and yet I knew it was going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
But it hit me in kind of unexpected ways, I guess. I just wanted to stay in bed all day. It was really hard thinking of what could have been, you know, would I have had her early in the morning or late at night? What would it have been like? And it was really hard.
Not to get preachy at all, but one of the things that they don't tell you about marriages and relationships as far as making them work is you guys might grieve in different ways.
Yeah.
So the way I was raised and the way my family is, when we experience sorrow, it's like we experience it, and then when, maybe it just might be me, but whenever I experience that sorrow, like I let it hit me hard and like it'll get me down, but once that one time hits me, then I'm ready to put those memories as memories and not move on, but just like understand that life keeps going, so I have to keep going. But it's like I let it happen to me one time, and then I just kind of...
You're ready to kind of go to the next...
Yeah, the next stage and the next grieving process.
Yeah.
But Blair is the total opposite.
I'm the type that I very much want to feel everything. I grew up in a house where I was allowed to feel whatever feelings, and they were always, kind of affirmed. For me, I want to feel everything for however long I want to feel it. There isn't a time frame or distinct steps of grief for me. They kind of all blend together. One day I'm angry, one day I'm grieving, one day I'm okay, and then the next day I'm crying again. And I think for both of us it's been frustrating at times because he'll grieve once and then he's fine, and I'm over here like, I'm still grieving. How are you over it already?
Yeah.
And he's thinking, why not just feel it and move on so that you can be happy?
Having me understand that the way she grieved was okay, and having her understand that the way I grieved was okay because it was personal.
Right.
And we just kind of had to meet each other in the middle. That was something that we had no idea that was even going to be a topic of discussion.
That is one thing about marriage that nobody really tells you about, that you're going to grieve differently. So when I was passing Odette throughout that long period of time, and it was so drawn out and excruciating, I just buried myself in God's word, and I prayed every single day, God, speak to me, give me some sort of hope, because
that's why I married her, by the way.
I felt so hopeless. Like I used to say, I feel like I'm in the middle of the ocean and I cannot swim. There's no boat. I'm like holding on to every breath for dear life. I was drowning in all of the reality of what had happened. So I just prayed and asked God, help me out. Like, send me a life jacket. I need something.
Mm-hmm.
And almost every day he was speaking to me, which was so cool. I've never experienced such personal communication from God in a sense. That was really cool. But one of the main scriptures that kept being brought to my attention was Isaiah 66:9. I will not cause pain without allowing something new to be born, says the Lord. And that right there was awesome. That's something that we can read and take literally because it's a promise. And this is our redemption.
That's what this pregnancy is. We went through so much pain, and then God caused something else to be reborn. Something new. Yeah.
I think had we not known that we were pregnant already, I think Monday would have been...
It would have been a lot harder.
But we are so thankful for this little baby that's helping us get through such a hard day. And it gives us a lot of excitement and hope. And then, a week from today, we're going to get to hear the heartbeat.
I know, it's going to be awesome. We could tell you what we're going to name our little baby.
But we're not.
Because we don't want to ruin it. And the last thing I want is to tell you what name we're going to give, and then somebody names their dog with the same name.
Yeah. Or their child. It might be bad.
Just get rid of it. So, as Blair promised, we would like to take this time to introduce you to our animals.
One of which
first
just walked up right here.
Is my dog, Whoosh. Come here, Whoosh. This is Whoosh.
This is Whoosh.
This is our boy, Whoosh. He's a good dog.
Whoosh. You are so sweet.
So, Whoosh is named after me. When I was a little baby, I couldn't say my dad's name, Bruce, so I would say Whoosh.
Oh, Whoosh.
So I have a little puppy, Whoosh.
Yeah.
I say little puppy, he's big.
He's huge.
Now,
he's like a horse.
Yeah. You animal people out there, dog people, maybe you can tell me what breed Whoosh is. He's officially a mutt, but I don't know if he's like a lab and a ridgeback mix, lab and a pit mix, lab and a boxer mix. I have no idea. I even heard lab and bloodhound. I'm not sure.
He's 100% handsome.
He's so big.
So funny.
Yeah, he thinks he's a puppy. Yes. He doesn't realize how big he is. Oh, there he goes.
Anytime me and Joey are arguing, Whoosh comes up and like comforts me.
Protects
He's
her.
Like, Mom, are you okay? Are you okay?
Even though I'm his dad.
Yeah, even though he was with Joey long before I came along.
So I adopted Whoosh when he was 3 months old. I walked into the pound, and at this time I still lived at home. And I had been wanting a dog for forever, but my mother would not let me get one. I went to the pound to find a dog, did not tell her that's what I was doing. So I walked in, I was looking for a boxer. A woman working there walked up to me with a dog in her arms, and she goes, "Can I help you?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm looking for, a puppy, maybe like a boxer mix." And she goes, "What about him?" And she was holding Whoosh. He had just gotten there, and she was just carrying him around looking for the right owner. I was the first person to play with him. I was the first person to pet him there. I adopted him right then and there.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it was meant to be. He was going to be my little partner. He helped me wait for her.
He was your bud.
Yeah, he was my little buddy.
Kept you from getting too lonely.
Yeah, he did. He's a good dog.
When I first met Joey, it was Joey, Whoosh, and Chaka. Chaka is named after his youngest brother, Jordan.
My youngest brother, Jordan.
That's his nickname, Chaka. Chaka was...
He was a lab and a pit mix, yeah.
He was... so funny.
He was one of those, he was sweet, but when you looked in those eyes, there was just nothing going on.
He was so dopey.
That's Chaka.
So when I first came to Joey's house to meet the dogs and see the house, Whoosh, wasn't too sure about me for a while. I had to kind of prove to him that I deserved his loyalty. Chaka, instant, loved me. We were like kindred spirits. I mean, I always called him my mama's boy. He was just smitten with me.
To make a long story short, I had Chaka for 5 years, and then Chaka seemingly out of nowhere came down with HCG, right?
No, that's the pregnancy hormone.
That's not what Chaka had. HGE. That's what Chaka had. What that is, it kind of eats up the intestines, and dogs that have lab, or they are labs, from 1 to 5 years old, they can just get this virus, and what it does is it just eats up their intestines. Poor little Chaka, he went from the morning he was totally fine, and then by the next morning, we took him into the vet, and they had to put him down because he was in just so much pain. So, I mean, literally in a 24-hour period, we saw that poor little dog deteriorate.
It was horrible. 2018 was actually a really hard year for us. Everything kind of building up to losing Odette. That was the last thing of the year that really just knocked us on our feet. Losing Chaka, we lost him on February 5th of that year. So, very beginning of the year. I had just recovered from the flu.
Yeah, she had a bad flu for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
I'll go get.
After Chaka passed, no, actually before Chaka passed, there was a little stray cat that kept showing up in front of the house. This was before me and Blair were even married. And this little cat was getting in fights all the time. He would show up with like massive open wounds in his head. Blair and her bleeding heart felt so sorry for him that we took him in, and we have now a little Bagheera cat. That's what Blair named him. This is our
Bagheera, like from Jungle Book.
Yeah, this is Bagheera.
A little Black Panther cat.
Hi, little baby. Oh, you are just a tiny, tiny cat, and I love you. Oh, you are so sweet.
She if she never got married, she'd be a crazy cat lady.
I started kind of feeding him. He was living in our flower bed, and I started feeding him anytime I was over at Joey's. And then one day, he went out to check on him, and he came in the house and was like, "Hey, babe, we need to talk about something." And I'm like, "Are you breaking up with me?" He goes, "It's Bagheera." And I thought, he died. Like,
he didn't die.
I was devastated. But he had been in a really bad fight, and I mean, he had a chunk of his head bit out.
There's a big hole.
His ear was just barely hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
And so we decided then and there, we can't let him back on the street. It's just
Well, that's what
safe.
I told you, right? I said if we don't take him in, he's probably going to
die.
Yeah.
He needed to be in the house with us where we could monitor his health and make sure, he's doing okay. All he wanted to do that first day is sleep.
Sleep, yeah. Well, it's not even the first day, like first week.
First week. Sleep. So we just let him sleep. And we prayed over him, prayed that God would heal all of his wounds. And sure enough, he's healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, and now he's spoiled.
He as far as getting along with Whoosh, they just tolerate each other.
Yeah, they're not friends.
Yeah, they don't ever really interact. They just exist in the same realm.
Yeah, I mean,
he sort of got along with Chaka.
Him and Chaka had a really funny relationship. Chaka would growl at him and snap at him, and then they would end up cuddling on the couch. I mean, it was just so weird. As far as Whoosh and Bagheera, they're not the best buds, but they don't hate each other by any means.
No.
They don't ever fight.
But adding even more horribleness at 2018, we adopted a dog after Chaka passed. We let some time go, and then...
It was after we got back from the honeymoon.
After the honeymoon, yeah. We adopted a dog, a little cute puppy. Blair named her Bambi.
Yeah, with a Y.
Yeah, adorable, hyper crazy little puppy.
She's insane.
But we loved her, and she was going to be a great older dog.
Yeah.
But literally 4 days after we adopted her, she came down with parvo, and we had to give her back to the pound because we didn't have the money to
It was going to cost upwards of $500 per treatment, and she would need several treatments.
If they didn't need to keep her overnight.
And then boarding would have been... Who knows how, there was just no way. Here we are newlyweds, But on the flip side, the shelter that we got her from, we called them and let them know what was going on. They agreed to let us surrender her back to them and that they would treat her fully for parvo.
And they did.
And they did. And we actually, like a couple days before we found out we were pregnant with Odette, I got an email asking for her information that was on her microchip to be transferred to her new family.
Yeah, so they healed her with parvo, and then she was adopted by a new family.
Yeah.
So everything worked out great.
So we kind of consider ourselves like a little foster family for her. We were able to get her help as soon. I mean, she was throwing up for not even a day, and I just insisted that we take her in. After everything that happened with Chaka, I was just like, we're taking her in.
She's got an intuition with stuff like that. I'm usually like, oh, it's going to be fine. And sometimes I'm right. But when it comes to the animals, she's been right a lot of the time.
I think God has given me kind of a sense of discernment on certain things.
Sorting things.
Certain things.
We're funny.
Anyway.
Please subscribe.
that was horrible. So we lost Chaka, we lost Bambi in another kind of way.
We lost our
You
Odette.
lost your grandmother.
My
that
grandmother
year.
passed away that year.
It was a
bad
horrible year. 2018, other than us getting married.
yeah.
Horrible.
Last thing we want to talk about. As Blair gets more preggers, Joey is going to attempt to get in shape. So
Hold on, time out. He says, I'm going to attempt to get in shape. He is in shape.
I am not.
He's very strong.
I am not very strong.
His arms are like as wide as my head. It's awesome.
Oh, they said white.
You are pale, honey. Yeah, so it's not like he's out of
Moment
shape.
of honesty. I don't carry my weight anywhere except for my gut. And I carefully pick clothing to where it doesn't illuminate that. I'm going to try to get more fit than I already am. Is that?
There you go. Thank you.
All right.
You're going to get stronger.
Okay. I went down to 180 from 192. And then I went back up to 186. And I don't know what I am right now because I had to clean my diet back up. Whoosh, you don't have to hit the tripod. So what my workout plan is, basically it mainly revolves around diet. I'm trying to stay under 1,500 calories a day. Eating fish, salmon, some chicken and broccoli, protein shakes, eggs every morning. Yeah, fruit, oranges. So that's my goal. It's worked before. If I stay with it, I'll be fine. As far as the exercise and workout routine, it's kind of like the bodybuilding approach. I hit a muscle group a day just because it helps me feel organized. It helps me feel like at the end of the week I've completed something. But yeah, so I start out with biceps, and then I do chest, and then I do triceps, and then I go to back, and then shoulders, and then legs. I try to do big muscle group, small muscle group, big, small, big, small. Cardio and abs every other day. Now that I've told you guys this, now I'm going to have to hold myself to it. Yeah, exactly. I want to be fit when baby gets here.
Yeah.
And I also, moment of honesty here, I don't want to be those dads that like gets huge just because their wife is pregnant and be like, well, too much to do, guess I'll just let myself go.
He's been good about when I have certain cravings and, you know, maybe I want Taco Bell or whatever. He doesn't always have to eat what I crave. You're good about that.
I'm getting good about that. I used to be bad about that. She used to be like, I'm craving Taco Bell, and I'd be like, me too.
Funny, that's what my belly's telling me as well.
So I guess next time we'll show them what some of my workouts are,
Yeah.
if you guys need workout advice.
Yeah. Also, go Stars. They play tonight. Game 3? 4? 4.
No.
Stars.
Yes, game 4. We're down 2-1. So hopefully they win tonight. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching and subscribing.
Please hit that subscribe button. You know where it is.
And give us a thumbs up. If you have any ideas that you would like us to do in our channel or a topic that you want to know more about in our lives, feel free to give us a comment.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Drop a line.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching and going on this journey with us.
I'm Blair.
And I'm Joey.
Bye.
Bye.